And hello everybody, welcome back to the channel guys, hope you're all well. Before we do get into today's video, as always, please do smash that like button and subscribe to the channel for daily Liverpool content. Guys, in today's video, as always, we are going to be going over all the latest Liverpool news from the last 24 hours. That includes our title, Shock FSG news ahead of a summer of change for Liverpool. But first, I've been keeping you up to date with this story with regards to Leny Yoro. Leny Yoro, of course, a player that plays for Lille out in French's Ligue 1, and it's been reported recently from very reputable French sources that, of course, Liverpool, Real Madrid and Paris Saint-Germain are interested in potentially making a move for the player this summer. And the latest I brought to you yesterday was with regards to Paris Saint-Germain, and that was that they had entered talks to try and make up ground and sign Leny Yoro. However, this morning, guys, just moments ago, it's being stated that PSG are losing ground in the race to sign Leny Yoro, and Yoro can really only imagine himself at this moment in time going to Real Madrid. However, a Premier League move would also interest him, and Liverpool and Manchester United are still monitoring this situation. That comes from L'Equipe, again, a very reputable sort of French source. But that's sort of breaking, if you want. This morning, Paris Saint-Germain are losing ground with regards to that transfer, and Leny Yoro is interested in going to Real Madrid or making a move to the Premier League, and we are dubbed by the French publicists as Liverpool still monitoring the situation and could potentially make a move this summer. We'll have to wait and see with regards to that, but that's the latest on the Leny Yoro situation, and yeah, potentially we could make a move for him this summer should anything else fall flat. Now, in other news, guys, Arne Slot was announced as the successor to Jurgen Klopp as Liverpool's new head coach on Monday, signing an initial 3-year deal at Anfield. And of course, the 45-year-old moves from Feyenoord after a substantial compensation package, which was agreed between the two clubs, and comes to Merseyside with a reputation both for attractive football and successful teams. Throughout the 3-year stay in Rotterdam, Slot claimed an Eredivisie title as well as the KNVB Cup. He also helped Feyenoord qualify for the European final for the first time in 2 decades in the 2022 Europa Conference League final. Incoming sporting director spoke about it, and Van Persie now has said that he backs him to succeed. Robin van Persie, a Premier League title winner of Manchester United and a Feyenoord club legend, has offered a ringing endorsement for Slot, believing that he'll do very well at Anfield. Van Persie has moved into the coaching ranks since hanging up his boots and worked alongside Slot in Rotterdam, where he operated as a youth team coach with Feyenoord. Having seen the coach's work close up, the former Arsenal striker is adamant that Slot has got what it takes to succeed on Merseyside. I think very well. When asked when he thought about Slot's move, he also said how he wants the players in line with Klopp's style of play and what they're used to doing there. I expect them to do very, very well. Liverpool is one of the nicer clubs in England. I have been able to play for 2 other very nice clubs. Slot has already been able to practice well at Feyenoord in that rhythm, but that is very go hard for 11 to 11.5 months a year. It's a very nice new opportunity for him. I believe he'll do very, very well. Again, I believe that he will do very, very well. And just as I started to see recently, guys, over the last week since the sort of season's come to an end, there's a lot of clubs now scrambling for managers. We're seeing Chelsea now sacking Mauricio Pochettino. There's reports heavily that Manchester United are also looking to sack or part ways with Erik ten Hag after the FA Cup final. Barcelona looking for a manager. Oh my god, it's an absolute mess. Bayern Munich going in for Vincent Kompany. What? My goodness me, Vincent Kompany. Bayern Munich going for Vincent Kompany. But either way, there's a lack of top quality managers going around at this moment in time. And I'm actually really glad that we got to Arne Slot in time, because it's looking like an absolute mess and a free-for-all to look for a new manager. And as stated, Vincent Kompany go to Bayern. Chelsea also on the hunt. Manchester United on the hunt. And so I'm really actually glad that we've managed to secure our manager pretty early on, whilst everybody else scrambles about. To be fair to FSG, we have always been very, very organised. Now moving on, guys, in regards to the actual managerial hunt, we have got a bit of shock FSG news after a Pep Lijnders interview with The Athletic, and he has, of course, now being confirmed as the RB Salzburg manager. Pep Lijnders has now revealed how the Liverpool owners really did consider him to replace Jurgen Klopp. For a long time within our fan base, guys, we always thought that Lijnders could, of course, take that step into sort of management and be the Liverpool manager. And speaking to The Athletic, Lijnders has now revealed that he had been really considered for the job by the Liverpool owners. The coach recalled how FSG's president Mike Gordon phoned him in early February to say, "Pep, we really do are considering you, but I think it's fair for you that we don't put you after Jurgen." The coach also spoke of how Klopp had asked about whether he intended to take the reins at Liverpool after the German's exit. He stated, "Jurgen asked me about it a few times in recent years. The season before I got to the question from Jurgen and 2 times this season, but each time I said no. The first reason was I really felt that this was a project for us. Jurgen led it and I really felt we should end this project together. Secondly, I've been at Liverpool for nearly 10 years. I was ready for a new experience myself, new people, my own staff and my own players. I gave everything. I had to do this playing group. I think the same would continue with the same ways if I had stayed here. I feel the team as well needs something new, but I never knew 100% what my response would be if Mike Gordon called me. You say no, but then Lijnders had a brief foray into management before NEC Nijmegen in 2018. But he lasted just half a season before returning to Merseyside. He now goes to Salzburg, now with more experience and clearer principles as how he wants to play. In Austria, he'll take over a club in a healthy state, but one that has just finished second after winning the title for the previous 10 consecutive years. So yeah, somewhat a shock news there with regards to it, but FSG were, of course, considering Pep Lijnders and could have made him be the successor for Jurgen Klopp. But going into this one, guys, I think it would have been a shock if we were to appoint the assistant manager, because he hasn't really got that experience of being in number one. And some of you go, what shock? He just go from being the second to the number one. It doesn't really work like that, and it actually takes a lot for an assistant to actually step up and become a manager, and he has to obviously go out his way. And I think it would have actually been the wrong appointment if we had actually went down that Pep Lijnders route, just because you don't really know what you're going to get when a number two just step into a number one's shoes, especially as an assistant. You're kind of the middleman between the manager and the players kind of look at the assistant manager a bit more as a friend, more approachable than the sort of manager in some ways, if you get what I mean. So it could have been a weird, different relationship, but I do believe Pep Lijnders will be the manager of Liverpool one day, but of course he needs to go out. I think going to RB Salzburg is the perfect step, because it's not like he's going to a team now that are winning 11 consecutive titles and then he wins in Austrian Bundesliga and people go, oh, wow, great. But he's actually got to now take the team from second, try and win the title again after they missed out on winning the title. And of course, he's got quite a good place there with the Red Bull setup of taking that next step. So a good through 3-4 years, maybe getting used to being the number one himself. We see what happens with regards to Liverpool and all these kind of things. And then eventually, maybe one day, he could be the next Liverpool manager. But I don't want to wish anything away. I want Arne Slot to do very, very well. And I want him to be very, very successful. So yeah, Liverpool fans, do let me know your thoughts on that news. Let me know your thoughts on the whole managerial hunt circus that's currently going around in world football at this moment in time. And do you think Arne Slot was the best candidate out there? As stated, let me know down there in the comment section below. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, guys, and I will see you all next time. Take care. Peace.